Hey, welcome to Cigar Talk Live. We got Rob Jones as the host and Big Larry in the co-pilot seat.
Hello, Cigar Talk family.
How you doing, bro?
Happy Tuesday. Man, I'm doing great. I am doing great. We had a good day. We are
Dude, you've been smoking a brisket all day.
Do I smell like mesquite?
You smell like wood.
The sweet smell of mesquite in the evening and in the morning. Yeah. It was a 15-pound brisket, and we got a late start, but it's looking good.
Oh, it's looking good.
I'm thinking probably about a half hour left.
We'll post a picture of it when he's done, because we're going to be smoking some briskets, some ribs, and all kinds of stuff coming up over the next few months.
Yep, going to grill some chicken. Going to do it all. We're going to have all the things.
I like some grilled chicken too.
So do
got to make it good. Hey guys, so thank you for joining us. We're on live on Facebook and YouTube, and we have a special guest. We have Big Tony Gonzalez with us tonight. Right. And, Big Tony has been actually almost part of Cigar Talk from the beginning. Like, I met Big Tony a long time back. And so, like, he has shared guitars. Cigars, not guitars.
Well, they kind of rhyme.
Yeah. And anyway, so he has shared some really good cigars with us, but what's more important is he has been an integral part of the cigar community that I've been a part of.
Yes. Yeah.
When he comes through Abilene, we always get together. Whenever I go up to the Metroplex, if he is in town, we get together. And we smoke, we eat, we drink.
All right.
We've been to some barbecue places together.
All right.
Fantastic. Anyway, guys,
hey, Sean O'Connor.
Sean O'Connor says hello. How you doing, Sean?
What's up, Sean?
Sean is also, Sean won the Brother of the Year last year in 2023.
Well-deserved award.
We just just to show our appreciation, we always name a brother, sister of the year. And Sean's one of those guys that is like, if you're in his community, man, you're in a good community.
Yeah, it's a great community. Yeah, we love Sean. We sure do.
Now, have you met Big Tony?
I have.
Okay, at the Leaf.
I've seen him at the Leaf. I think I actually met him formally at TPE.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, without further ado, let's get the man of the show on, and let's see what Big Tony's up to, because he's got a lot to talk about. Dude just got a new position.
All right.
And I'm not talking about doggy style.
Okay.
So here we go. Big Tony, come on in. Join us. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys? How we doing tonight, man? Good to see everybody.
We're doing good, man. We're excited to have you on the show, man.
So anyway, just a real quick correction there. It's Gomez, not Gonzalez, but hey, you know what I mean? Hey, but if that floats your boat, brother, go right ahead.
Hey, I've always said you're easy.
Tony, I'll give him a beat down when this is over.
You know what I mean? Once you get, I guess, west of Fort Worth, you know what I mean? We start to all look the same. So, hey, what can I tell you?
Right on, brother. Right on. Hey, man. So, I saw you at TPE and we didn't get to hang out.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy, but so I'm excited that you joined us tonight. So thank you for coming on.
It is a pleasure to be on, gentlemen. You guys are always good to hang out with. You guys are always good to, I'm glad I'm back on. It's been some time. There's been a lot of time passed through between then and now, but hey man, you guys have certainly grown in the industry, so it's good to be back with you.
Well, one of the things that
thanks for having me on. So
no, thank you. And so this is Cigar Talk Live. We started doing that last week, was our first show, and so we're going to start doing these at least 2 to 3 times, 4 times a month, depending on what our schedules look like. But on Tuesdays, we're doing a live show, and so you're our second guest, and we want to say thank you for coming on. And me and you, we got history, bro.
Absolutely, we do, brother. Yeah,
we were in touch very early on when Cigar Talk started. And correct me if I'm wrong, but back when we met, you were a broker.
I was. Yeah. I was with a company I actually, the first brand I took on was a company called Marrero. You know, everything just kind of grew from there. A guy named Joel Madero gave me an opportunity. You know, I'd been in retail for a number of years. I'd worked at a few places around the DFW area, and met a guy named Joel Madero. And you would not believe, Joel Madero changed my life, man. And went to work for him. And it was basically one day him and I met at a shop that was owned by a buddy of mine named Jeff Peters, a little place called Main Street Cigars in Rowlett, Texas. And that shop is still going today. It's now owned by it's owned by Kent Pennington. It's a third location of the Elite Cigars operation here in the DFW area.
Now, I've
But
never been there. Is that the one that's like a house with a white fence?
it is, brother. That's the
Dude,
one.
I would love to go there. That is a beautiful lounge.
It's a neat place, man. It has gone through some changes over the years. You know, my good friend Trey Andrews was running it at one time, and he's you know, had a few changes over the years also. He's back with EP Carrillo now, so he's back out there. He's another road warrior out there on the road again. So anyway, but what happened was I was just out there helping Jeff put that place together, and that's where I met Joe Madero, and he asked me who I repped for, and I said, nobody, man. I'm just here helping my buddy put this place together. And he told me, man, I need a guy in Texas. And this is kind of integral to tonight's story, because Joe Madero is actually the half owner of the factory now that Jake Wyatt owns.
Oh, no way. Wow.
So that's why Joe Madero has come back into the picture now. So Neil Garcia and Joe Madero own the factory together that make all of Jake Wyatt cigars. So it's kind of like a coming back together.
You've gone full circle.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So it's just a coming back around in history. You know, Joel and I stayed in contact over the years. We were always very good friends. We were like brothers. And he was a guy that was very integral in my tobacco life, man. And I always knew that someday we would come back together, and we were always we had a connection, man. We just had a connection like a brotherhood. And Neil Garcia and I hit it off from the very first time we met each other years ago. And we just would always see each other at the trade shows and stuff like that. And even at the multi-vendors. And, you know, we would conversate every once in a while. And it just kind of took flight over this past year, and the situation just seemed right. And it looked like the right move for me. And
well, before we get into that move, though, what year was it that you went to be like the cigar broker guy? Because that had to be at least 5 years ago?
Oh man, it was like like 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was out there brokering for about 3 years.
Dude, talk about somebody who has been pounding the concrete jungle. You have been everywhere. You're like that dude. What's that? Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere, man. Dude, you were just on the road.
Yeah, you know, and I tell you what, I had to learn how to kind of curtail that. You know, there were times where I was agreeing to do events like over here and over there, and I had to discipline myself.
I'll do one in Louisiana today, and I'll do one in New Mexico tomorrow.
There was a time and place where I'll do that, man. And I was kind of thinking to myself, you know, well, let's see if we can do it. Like, I was like, let's see if I can just hop in the car tonight and just drive all night and just to show off and say, yeah, that's right, I did that, guys. You know, see if you can do that. And meanwhile, the guys are just thinking to themselves, God, Tony's just such a knucklehead sometimes. And I was thinking to myself, man, I could prove it to myself, but I had to learn how to, when I went to work for Espinosa, Jack T he really pulled me in and just said, hey, you know, this is how, okay, pull it in, man. And
Well,
This
first
is
those
how you
2
do things.
years, you were like, "I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna prove myself." And so
Yeah.
you were doing whatever anybody even thought about.
Yeah. So and really there was, and that's why I said, I grew a lot and learned a lot at Espinosa, and I'm thankful to Jack Tarano for that. And it's that old adage, work smarter, not harder. But and there's just things that you have to, and it's one of those things that it's life experience. And when you meet people in this industry, there's one thing that's always true. We get up each day and we always have to be open to learning,
Oh,
because
100%.
I truly believe that if you think you walk out that door each morning and you tell yourself, well, I got it all, like I know all the answers, brother, you're going to set yourself up for one hard day. So I just truly believe that you have to go out there and be willing to learn, open to new experiences, and always try to put your best foot forward. But don't ever think that you're the key holder of all of life's answers.
As
And
soon as you think that, you are so done. You are so done.
yeah, and there's and we all find ourselves guilty of thinking, no, it's not my fault, it's your fault. And you find yourself falling into that trap sometimes because you think, no, it's not my fault, it's your, and you got to catch yourself on that. And that's kind of a common issue. I think it's kind of human nature that we fall into that trap once in a while. It's easy to get into a funk in life. It's easy
It's
to
easy
get
to get
into.
complacent.
Absolutely.
Complacency, and
Oh man, complacency is a dangerous thing. And
it
that's easy to
is.
do in sales. It's easy to do in anything, to where you have to stay motivated. And boy, I tell you what, this is a business and this is an industry to where you got to make yourself get up and go. You have to darken the doorway of some places every day.
And it's
And I
competitive.
remember
It's
there
very
was
competitive.
absolutely competitive and rigorous every day. You have to, there's one of our guys that's out there, one of our fellow brothers of the Leaf, Dave Brophy, and everybody knows Dave Brophy. And Dave Brophy is not a young guy, but I love the guy to death. And Dave Brophy is out there walking on one of these, like almost a walker, but it's one of those wheel things where he puts his knee up on it and he goes, let me tell you something.
He's on a one-legged scooter.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. That's exactly it. And Dave Brophy's still out there out hustling everybody. And I always tell myself, if Brophy's out there hustling, we ain't got no excuse. All right. Like if Dave Brophy's out there doing it, we could do it too. So there's no excuse that you can't say, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm stressed out. That doesn't count, man. You got to get up and go. You got to get up and go. So
how long were you doing the broker gig?
So I brokered right around 3 years, like right around 2 to 3 years. And here's basically what happened was I ran into Jack Tarano at the Underground one year, and we had a real good successful event with the Underground. We did a very successful Habano one Friday night. They feature a cigar on a Friday night with the Underground, and then everybody sets up their tables the following Saturday morning, and the big festival happens and everything. Well, Don Wiggins was gracious enough to bring in Madero that year and let us have the Friday night feature. Well, we had huge success. Everything went great. We sold out in like a record amount of time. So I was hanging out, just hanging out with everybody, getting to know a lot of people. Well, I had met Jack a couple of times that night, and I remember I had met Jack one other time at Blue Smoke, but he doesn't remember. It was a Saturday. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was shift change. This was one of the retail places I worked at. Patrick Carmichael was there. He was there during the day. I was coming in to do the night shift, and I told Patrick, introduce me to Jack. And we did it real quick, and Jack was out the door. Anyway, so that was when I met Jack. I met him a couple of times, and I got a recommendation from Todd Vance. Todd Vance told Jack, because Jack called Todd Vance and said, "Hey, I think I'm gonna be looking for a full timer or for an in-house guy in Texas," and I got the nod. So Jack sent me, Jack called me. We put things together, and about 2 or 3 weeks later, boom, there I was, and I was on my way, man. And
that happened quick. That happened quick.
Pretty
Like
quick, yeah.
one
Pretty
day
quick.
you're free balling, and one day you're working with the big dudes.
That's it, man. That's it. He told me, "Hey, I need you in Houston on Wednesday," and let me tell you something. My life was never the same after that, man. So
I mean, look at all the stuff you learned during the 3 years of being a free agent, basically, and then you went to work for Toronto, and like, dude, I saw you at the TPE back when 2 years ago, and I mean, just all the stuff you learned from that organization.
Yeah. So working with Eric Espinosa and Jack, was great, man. And I'll never ever regret one moment of it. But I tell you, like I said, growing into this position with Jake Wyatt has been, it's been great so far. And Neil Garcia has been so gracious to grant me this opportunity, and we've got a wonderful line of cigars, man, that we know that
I can't wait to try some. I don't know their brand, I don't know their line, but
we've got a couple of we've got a new cigar out called the Icarus. That's a San Andreas Maduro wrapper. We've got a Dominican Allure on it, but the filler's got a Tennessee fire cured leaf in it that really kind of just gives it a little bit of accent. It's got a little differential in it that really kind of sets it apart from a lot of stuff that's out there right now.
That sounds pretty interesting right there.
Yeah,
because
and
I'll tell you this, with that fire cured anything, I'll tell you what I love about those cigars is that it sets itself apart from everything else.
Yeah, and with this, the way they did this blend, it doesn't dominate it, and I know that there's other stuff out there that's kind of the same flair, but ours kind of sets itself apart because it even though, and this is one of them right here. I don't know if you can get it. I
tilt it a little bit. Tilt it a little bit.
Yeah, the ring light kind of.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I'll show you something else here in a minute. But the way the blend is, it doesn't dominate the blend, but it just kind of accents with it. And it's also got some Pennsylvania broadleaf in the filler also as well, and some it's got some piloto in there as well. So but Ben, it's a wonderful cigar. It's got a good strength to it. But we're really excited. We put it out in 5-packs. Let's see, what do I got? Do I have one? Let's see. I'll show you one here. I got some stuff on my set here, but we put it out in 5-packs. I got this.
Okay. Yeah. Hold it up close and then tilt it back a little bit. Let me see that again. Hold it up closer, way up close. Stick it way up in front of you. Now tilt it back just a little bit. Oh yeah. Now, there you go. Icarus.
There you go.
All right. Nice,
so
man.
We did these 5-packs. There you go. Let's see. There you go. So we did these 5-packs, man, for TPE. And so for PCA, what we're going to do is, I got a little delay going here, so it's funny seeing myself here. So we're going to do boxes for PCA, and it's just they're going to be in the regular sizes. So we got Toro 5-packs for TP, and we really did well with them. And we've got good demand going on them right now. And Neil, we have a broker in the Northeast, Mike King. Neil just got through with a full week up in the Pennsylvania area, and just had night after night of events with Mike King up there. And it just was a phenomenal week. Neil said, he said it was just one of the best weeks he's ever had up there. So, man, so we're really looking forward to it. We've got some exciting things going on. I have a little cut and light going on this week up in a little place down here called Visso Cigars in McKinney, Texas, with Austin and the gang down there. And then we've got the NFG with Don Wiggins over at the Underground Cigar Company on March 9th that we're going to be doing. We're going to be having some samplers, and we're gonna probably put some Icarus out on the table as well. So we're really excited about that. And everybody knows about the NFG 24 that's going to be going on. It's a yearly thing, the NFG Fest that Don Wiggins and the guys over at the Underground have each year.
Right.
So we're going to be there. Don Wiggins was gracious enough to allow us in on that. We got in kind of just under the wire on that, man. So
it was probably over the wire, but they said, Big Tony, we know you. Come on in.
Hey, I'm not gonna
No. I know people. You know what? Here's what people know. People know you're a good dude. People know that when it comes to cigars, they can trust you. And so we know you're not jumping into a role that sells crappy cigars. We know that.
That makes me feel so good you saying that, brother. And
no, that's true though. I mean, dude, if you went to a company that didn't make good cigars, you would know that you would never live it down.
Well, there's no way that I would have left a well-established, thriving company to go somewhere that did not have a very, very promising future.
All their ducks in a row, and they brought you in because they know that you're going to help elevate their brand.
Absolutely. I mean, there is a lot of wonderful things going on over at the Espinosa Cigar Company, but I knew that I had a lot of promise over at Jake Wyatt. I mean, that's just all there is to it. And Neil Garcia and, the staff over at Jake Wyatt, I mean, they are a wonderful group of people, and we are going to move forward, and we are going to move onward and upward. And 2024 is going to be a year of building and elevating, and we've already got things moving in a forward position. And it's just, I'm just excited to be a part of it. And we are really going to do some great things here.
I know you are, dude, because you know what? You are one of those guys that I've seen grow and grow. And even though you've grown in all these different areas in the cigar industry, you haven't changed who you are. And I know who you are is going to be successful.
Well, man, I really appreciate hearing that, brother. Thank you so much. And now the only thing I want to do now is I want to just take this, what I have here, and put it over there, and put it over there, and put it over there, and a little bit over there. And
hey, man, we want you to come down to Abilene, and we're going to have a little party, and we're going to smoke cigars. We're going to talk about your brand. We're going to do a live while you're here and show everybody how awesome the Icarus is. I'm excited to smoke it, bro.
We definitely are, man. I need to, Jay is definitely on my hit list. Jay and the guys over at the Leaf, man. So we've always been treated very well there. So we definitely are there. That's my first stop as you head into we're
the gateway to the West here in Abilene.
That is so true. As you go into West Texas, as you tiptoe into the desert oasis, as I love to call it, you are greeted by the Flying Hawaiian, and you get the uncomfortable man hug from Jay Patterson.
Oh, if you go there all the time, it's no longer uncomfortable. Okay, you do get used to that hug.
I tell you what, he is the only man in the great US of A that I let hug me that long, and it is so welcomed, So.
Hey, it is. It took me a little while to get used to it, but now I'm on board. Hey,
the first time he did it, I was so freaked out, man. I was just like,
you were like, whoa, did I come into a bar?
I thought, what is happening here, man? And then the second time I was like, okay, I remember this. And then the third time I was like, yes, I guess I needed this today. So.
It's like, I didn't know I needed a hug until I got one from Jay.
Oh, hey, man.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to some of the people out in the Facebook land. And we got Jeff Batch. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, bro. Sean O'Connor, always a pleasure. Chris Hoffman, NASCAR dude, we're happy to see you. And then let's not forget Jax Rocks. Jax Rocks is a badass of the cigar community. He is a announcer for wrestling and charity guy out the wazoo. And then we got, oh, look here, we got, and we're just say Miss Ramirez. You know, Anya. I'm sorry, Anya, which one it is, but she says Jake Wyatt cigars are great. Not sure if they still have the Candela, but that one was a great stick as well.
I'm smoking that now.
Oh, there you go. So you know what? I've never smoked a Candela that I liked.
You will like this one, brother. I will send this to you.
I will be happy to try it, but I've just never had one that I like. And also, I want to say that Sean O'Connor says about you, a very genuine person that was always about offering advice for other reps.
Oh, we lost Rob.
Nope. I'm still here. My camera just took a break. But no, yeah, Jack says I got to try your Candela. But
oh, well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate the kind words, brother. And yeah, our Candela, we call it the lucid interval, brother. And it is, yeah, we do we make this to where it is not grassy at all. You will love this one, brother. Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, the grassy part's the part I don't ever like. So
yeah,
I'm excited to try it. And
absolutely.
Also, I don't know if you know, but Sean O'Connor is now a rep for Luciano. And so he says, thank you for all the kind and I guess words of wisdom that you've passed on.
Absolutely, brother. Welcome to the club, brother.
Hey, or welcome to the beatdown.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, right?
It is the Thunderdome. Okay, so Mr. Ramirez says I got to try it. Not all Candelas are good, but that one is very good.
Absolutely.
So tell me about how this transpired. Like you met with these guys and they were like, man, we'd love to bring you on. Tell me how that worked out.
You know, basically stuff like this, man. You know, you basically just start talking to these guys and you know, you let them know where you stand. You let them know, you ask about where they stand. You have a series of what we call checking the boxes. Do they go to the trade shows? Do they have a factory? Do they have a good warehouse? Do they have a good industry name? Have they been around a good amount of time? Now, look, I'm pretty up there in years, man. I'm a 54-year-old guy.
You're behind me. When's your birthday? When's your birthday?
June 19th, brother. So I'm coming up on the double. 11th,
I'll be 55.
So we're gonna hit the double nickel together, brother. So that's another reason for us to have a party.
Hell yeah.
You know, I have to be honest with myself. You know, these bigger companies, you know, they're chasing the younger guys. Okay. So they love the younger guys who are real tech savvy and have the computer skills and can do all the digital stuff and everything. Look, man, an old horse like me, I'm just not that kind of guy.
Savvy. You're pretty savvy though.
Well, yeah, but all mine is the gift of gab and everything like that. And look, now I'm a hard worker and I'm a hustler and I get out there and I love talking to people.
No one's going to outwork you, Tony. No one's going to outwork you.
And look, and people have said that, and that's true. I will get out there and I'll hustle for you, man, 24/7. You know, but here's the thing. I want to get out there and I love working with people. And that's just it. And that's what you need in this industry. You got to be a guy that's willing to go out there and always give it your best and give it your all. And you have to work with people that are willing to help you along the way. And when I met Neil Garcia, he was like, hey, man, you know, we can do that. Don't worry. Like, we'll take care of you as far as when you work with these larger companies. And look, there's no discredit to them. Look, I'm not saying anything disparaging.
No, they have a system in place. Exactly. And they have guys up there that know what they want.
Yeah.
And you have a newer company coming along. And I mean, by newer, I mean, some of these companies that have been around forever. I mean, they've been around for decades and decades.
Yeah. And look, these companies are very streamlined. They want things done very digitally. You have to check in with this and that, and they want and that's just it. And they're not so. Look, you can't slough off as far as emails and check-ins you know, they have a checklist of everything they want per day, a certain amount of this and that. Now, look, I'm not saying I'm incompetent on stuff like that. I can perform my job task. I don't want to sit here and say, "Duh, I can't operate a computer." You know, no.
Well, yeah, because dude, I've seen you do a lot of technical stuff. You've been on our show over the internet, just like now. You know how many guys would have showed up to now? We couldn't hear them, we couldn't see them, or something. You were here early.
So anyway, but that's just what I mean. I mean, I want to make sure I'm early, I'm on time. You know, and that's what you have to do. You have to be the guy that shows up early and on time, and
Hey,
that's
Tony.
and it's called a work ethic.
I want Larry to bring this food over. We're going to show you. You come down and let us know in advance, and we're going to have one of these ready for you. But my boy here, Big Larry, the co-host, he said, "Don't call me boy." show him this amazing brisket we got going on here. Can you see
what
that?
you got there, Larry?
That's a big old brisket.
Larry, what you know about that brisket?
Woo, he's been cooking that all day.
Oh my gosh.
Right outside the studio, we got a big ass smoker,
come on,
and
man.
he has been cooking it all day. So you let me know when you're going to be in town, and we will have a brisket. You come over,
Hey,
we'll
man,
do a show, and then we will eat.
There's a Mexican place down the street from you guys that makes the best tortillas.
Which one? Because I go to all of them.
Okay, so it's the when you get out of that little, it's on that main street. When you get out of that little downtown area, and if you were to like drive up to the street, the main street there, and you go left, if you were heading towards like where that
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Armando's.
Yeah,
that one has
it's like red and yellow.
Yes. Armando's makes great tortillas.
Yeah, and they got people standing in line just to get tortillas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that place is like, oh my gosh. If I wasn't heading towards like Lubbock and El Paso and everywhere like that, when I'm going that way, I would grab some to bring home. But
so let me ask you this: you've traveled all over Texas as a cigar rep.
Oh yeah, man. I've been everywhere from down by you know, heading into down by you know, Laredo, all over by
all along the border,
all that, man,
West
all the way up
Texas.
to Amarillo.
You've been down into Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Who, out of all the places in Texas, who has the best Mexican food?
You know, Houston, you'll get the best street tacos.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Because before I moved here to Abilene, I lived in Houston. And when I came up here, it's like, it's not the same, man. Those dudes down there in Houston got it going on.
Yeah. There's a place over off of Chimney Rock. Okay. And I was telling somebody this the other day. There's a neighborhood that like, and I stumbled onto it one night leaving Stogie's. It's not even sanctioned. They're not even real food trucks. There's just people that show up and start cooking. If you were to drive down this street during the day, you'll just see apartment complexes. But late at night, like after like 10 o'clock, there's just people out there, and it's like a festival, man. Like,
but it's just a regular weekend night.
Yeah, just I mean, on a regular, and there's everything you can imagine, and it's like a street festival. And it's just regular people out. There's some food trucks, a couple, but it's just people out there cooking. And you can walk down the street and just buy some stuff to eat. And
dude, when I lived down there,
not a food permit in sight, brother.
No, but you know what? What I loved about that area is I ate the best Mexican food I've ever had, and I also ate the best Louisiana Cajun food I've ever had.
Oh man. It's down there in Houston because all those people came up. They came over
from Katrina.
From Katrina. Yeah.
So we had a lot of people coming to Katrina, and wow, I used to work with some guys that cooked Cajun food, and they were from Louisiana.
There is a lot of it in Houston. Yes, you are.
I didn't know how much I loved it until I had it from those guys.
Yeah. Once you get it down there, once you get it either like, and there's a lot of it over in the Webster area. over
Oh yeah,
off of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, over
Like
off of
when
like
you're going.
NASA Parkway and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
I used to live not far from Webster's. You know where Webster's is? That's like right down the road from Friendswood. And then I
Yeah.
used to live in Alvin, and then I used to live up around Conroe. So I mean, dude, I
Yeah.
was all over the Mexican
Yeah.
food,
So
all over.
you were way up north and then you went way down south.
Yeah, we're exactly.
Oh yeah. Houston's huge, man. Houston's huge.
So hey, well,
Traffic
back
24
on
hours a
to
day.
oh yeah, and the food just never stops. Man, and you're exactly right. No food cooking permits, just people setting up and cooking. Hey,
That's it, my
so
friend.
back to your advancement, your promotion, because this is a major promotion for you.
So, you know, it's just it's kind of it's going to be a process of uh much learning because it's a life experience thing with me. There's going to be things that I'm learning. I was talking with my good friend Albert Cisneros the other day, and he was asking me, so do you know how to do this and this? And and I was telling him, well, not quite, man, but you know, this is why I'm learning as I go. And he was like, yeah, okay, you know. So, and I think he
And
was
if you give Tony something to do, he will learn how to do it to be the best at it.
you know, and I think he was kind of just kind of seeing how I was doing and busting my chops at the same time. But, you know, I told him,
Just tell
hey, you
everybody
know,
your title. Tell everybody your title. It's a good title.
well, basically it's national sales director. And, you know,
Boom.
some people say national sales title, some people say director of sales. I like director of sales. It's, you
I
know,
call it,
or,
you know what I call it? The whipping post.
you know, and there is that too, you know, because
It's
it's
all
people
on you, bro.
because people look at you like, hey, what's going on, man? What happened? What's happened? What's wrong? What's wrong? So
Right. I mean, you are the man. And so it works because of you, or it doesn't work because of you,
and
whether
that's
that's
it.
true or not. That's the way it works.
So you know, the blame falls, you know, on me squarely, and so
Or
it's a
or the accolades.
and so we and accolades. Look, to me, I have never been one for the attaboy thing. I just want to. Here's my thing. My attaboy is a continued employ. That's my attaboy. My accolade is, hey, you can come back. That's it. That's my attaboy. That
Hey, you know,
it's
I
not,
see reps kind of like cigar reps. I see as kind of like football coaches. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When you
yeah.
win, the team did great. When you lose, it's your fault.
And there is some of that. There is some of that. And we had a big new year of a lot of flips, a lot of changeover in the cigar industry this year. Everybody was going here and moving there and moving there. It was very, very common to what occurred in the NFL this year. So
Oh,
everybody,
that
you know,
happens every year, I think.
so, yeah, yes and no. But this year it was the change was uncommonly high. I would
People
say
were
that the change
cleaning
was,
house.
yeah. What's that?
People were cleaning house.
Yeah, there was some house cleaning done. There was some of that. So,
And
but
sometimes
you
that's
know,
good.
well, yeah, it just depends on how it depends on how you look at it. Sometimes it's needed. You know, everybody needs to stay in check. You know, I have to check myself a lot of times. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to get into a funk, and you have to self motivation is a tough thing to maintain, but
Well,
it is necessary.
don't you think a lot of people were like got complacent after COVID was over? Like, you know, because of COVID, a lot of reps weren't able to go and do stuff like live events and shops and stuff. So they got
There,
kind of complacent by doing everything over the phone. And a lot of guys was like, oh, I can just phone it in because that's what people are doing now. And they kind of got used to that. But like you're pounding the pavement no matter what. And I mean, you didn't let that
we
happen.
were we weren't off too long. You know, our company was basically, we were kind of told, hey, kind of play it safe, but be careful if you get into a situation to where you feel that there's if there's a situation that you think is not right, back away from it and move on. But it was kind of like a discretion call. Nobody was forced to do anything they didn't want to,
Sure.
but you were basically you were told, hey, if you go somewhere and you don't think the situation looks good, man, get out of there. You know, put your health first. Put your health and your safety first. But you know, your well-being was never you were never asked to put your well-being at risk.
Well, like I
But
knew a rep that did that by the book, how it was supposed to be. But then a year after COVID was over, he was still phoning it in.
and there was some of that. There were guys that were still at the house and they were
It's like,
telling them,
I don't want to
hey,
drive to El
you got to
Paso.
go. Yeah, you got to get out. There were some times to where, you know, I do remember being told, hey, you know, you gotta go, and it was just because I was not timing my schedule right, but I was just kind of, you know, here's the thing when you are routing out your schedule movements. Sometimes you have to do things differently, and then you get told, hey, no, go ahead and do it this way. Don't do it that way. And those situations come up. But that's just those are just kind of sometimes misunderstandings, and
Oh, well, sure.
those come into play. But and then you don't really want to argue that because it's just going to kind of, you know, blow things up more. So you just kind of say, okay, and you just, you know, you take your hit for the day and you move on. And that's just really the best way to go, because to be honest with you, man, it's the course of least, it's the, what is it, path of least resistance, as you say.
Well,
And
sure.
at the end of the day, look, at the end of the day, your guy runs the show anyway. Follow his lead. That's the smartest thing to do. He's your guy who's been around longer. He knows better. Follow his lead. He's always going to tell you that he's never going to guide you in the wrong way. He's always going to tell you which way to go. He's never going to ill advise you. So follow his lead. You know, that's the way to go.
Now you're that guy.
And I always try to, whenever I have spoken with, you know, my two brokers that I do work with, I always try to be very careful how I greet them, how I speak with them, because I know that every little thing is going to be scrutinized. So I I speak with them very. I think about everything that is going to be contained in each conversation before I call them, and I know that that's kind of it. You know, that might be kind of like nitpicking, but
Sure.
I want to make sure that it's just not something. When I have something to discuss with them, I always think about it before I discuss it with them. I always put thought into it. I don't want to just ever discuss something with them on a knee-jerk reaction, because I want to make sure that what I discuss with them is thought through. I want to make sure that when I discuss something with them, that there's going to be 2 or 3 resolutions to each issue that I discuss with them. And I always want to have options for them. So I just think that that's, you know, a good thing to do. At least, you know, starting out with them, you know, so, and I always want to be as diplomatic as I can be.
Well, as much as you can be, but in your new role, that's not always an option.
Yeah, but you know, working with brokers and working with in-house reps is going to be different. You know, and that's just kind of a little.
How hard is it for you to be like, well, that's not how I did it?
We haven't gotten there yet. So,
Because you know, when you're the guy,
these are good guys. I got a guy named Mike King up in the Northeast, and I'm working with Edgar Hoyle here in Texas and Oklahoma. So, and everybody knows Edgar Hoyle in Texas and Oklahoma, man. So,
hey, I put Larry on, but he was shoving some tortilla and brisket in his face.
And Larry sets it down and gives you a pretty good look, man. So don't worry, Larry. Don't worry, Larry. You're good chewing, brother. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I was. Hey, truth be told, I was chewing on a tortilla earlier today. So don't worry.
I don't even know where the tortillas come from. I look over and he's got brisket and a tortilla going. I'm like, I'm kind of hungry myself. How is it, bro?
The universe provides. Pretty good.
How is the brisket?
It's pretty good.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. So
as I sit here and gulp, I'm not Perrier. Just want to make sure that that's understood. Everybody, okay. I don't want everybody to think I'm gulping on a Heineken over here.
I'm not either. I don't drink Heineken, but I am drinking a little Ball and Bond.
Oh yeah. So
what's your first thing like you're doing is like, all right, Tony Gomez is in the house and this is what we're going to do. You get to do that?
Well, no, basically my biggest goal is just to start establishing.
Hey, one second. Someone said, do you guys read and respond to comments? Yes, we do. And we got, let's go through some of them right quick. One said, where the heck is Larry? And Larry's been smoking brisket for the last 9 hours. And it's been awesome. Jax Rock says, hello, Jax, or he says, hello, Larry, not Jax. And then Mitchell says, yo, Larry. And Jax comes back and says, eat that meat, Larry. So, yeah, we like to keep the conversation going, but we do love the comments. So what we would love to see is, and I did see a comment earlier that said, someone said, what are you guys smoking? Tell everybody what you're smoking there, big guy.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm smoking the Lucid Interval from Jake Wyatt, of course.
Now that's the Candela?
This is the Candela, man, and it is our second best seller, okay, in the Jake Wyatt lineup. And it is, okay, our Candela wrapper and the way we blend this cigar, it is blended to have a smoothness to it. You will not get a grassiness effect. It is what we like to call one of the smoothest Candelas on the market. It pairs very well with coffee. I love this cigar.
I love coffee.
And I am a coffee head also. Now look, we at my last position, we had a Candela that we did very well with. And I had Candelas at the ready. But I'll tell you this, I am smoking this Candela all the time. And
I'm surprised that you came on the show smoking a Candela, because I have not seen you smoke a lot of Candelas.
Exactly. And I'm kind of like having to keep this one away from me, because I'm like, man, I'm going to smoke through these.
I would love to try one, because I've never had a Candela, and people have sent me Candelas and I'm like, nah.
I'm going to send it out to you, man. I'm going to send it out to you. We have, this
if
is our
lineup
here.
Candela, I'm going to go on and on about it.
Oh my gosh. So we got the
Maverick. Hold that up with the camera. Let us see that again.
Oh my gosh. Look at all that. That's the Maverick, the USIR.
Those are some good looking cigars, bro.
Oh yeah. The Fourth Dimension. Oh, we got all kinds of them, brother. I'll send you the info on them.
What's the cigar on the Churchill?
Oh, that's the Icarus, brother. And that's a Toro. It's just these are all Robustos.
Nice.
Yeah,
they're good looking cigars, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's not a Whitman sampler, so don't eat it.
All right, fine. Hey, we're gonna do a quick commercial break right quick. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Jerkins. If you haven't tried Jerkins, you are missing out. If you have at least 15-20 minutes alone in the house, try out some Jerkins. All right, man. So we'll make sure we get you some Jerkins there, Big Tony.
All right. I love Jerkins.
I know you do.
Oh man.
Hey man, but hey, for real though, your cigars look amazing. Like those are good looking cigars.
Hey man, don't worry, man. I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you a whole pack, brother. Don't worry.
Awesome, dude. Hey, you know what? We'll smoke them on the show and we'll talk about them, and
There
we
you
will
go.
have you back on after we smoke them.
So, are we on the air? Are we
Yeah,
off?
we're on the air. This is not recorded. This is live, bro.
No, but I'm here right now. Are we on a commercial spot?
No, we're out. We're out with the commercial.
Okay. So so you and I were talking, and I was trying to give you some cigars, but you saw some good-looking chick, and you ducked with your microphone, and you ran off on me.
That's because I asked her if she would do an interview before, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll be done with this in just a minute." And then she's like waving. I was like, "I got to go, Tony."
You were gone, bro. You were gone
Like
with
a
your
fart in
microphone.
the
And
wind.
I didn't see you the rest of the time, bro.
Oh no. All right. So PCA's coming up at the end of next month. Are you ready
PCA.
for that?
We are ready, brother. We are ready. We're ready to get them in and get them out.
Well, hey man, if there's anything I can do to be helpful to you, you know, you got my number, you got my
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm here for you, bro. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Big Tony.
All right, man.
I've always
Hey,
been a big fan. You know what? We went to eat at the what was it, the 510 or something barbecue shack?
1050 there at Richardson.
Dude, good barbecue, and Tony hooked me up, bro. So
Yeah, man, that's a cool place, bro. That guy, the owner of that place, actually goes into Renegade and smokes cigars.
oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. That guy,
Great.
get this, man. That guy gets phone calls from all over the country, and he if people ask him for advice, and then he'll send them a bill.
Say that again.
People will call him looking for advice on how to smoke a brisket, and he'll give them advice, and then he'll send them a bill.
Dude, speaking of that, have you been to Goodies?
No.
In Fort Worth, Goodies was named barbecue establishment of Texas, #1 from Texas Monthly Magazine. And, you know, that lasts for 4 years. And I've watched a lot of videos on them, but they're in Fort Worth. And basically, they're open, what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? And they're open like at 11 a.m. until they run out of meat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way the good ones are.
Yeah. So, hey, we got another question here from Texas Torres that says, my analog RH meter is stuck. Is there any hope to make it work again? I have some digitals too, but the analog is stuck at 80. What I'm going to tell you is no.
Yeah,
Here's the thing about a lot of the analog is they didn't work correctly when you got it, and it doesn't work at all now. And so that if you guys are interested, one of our sponsors is Case Elegance Humidors. If you're not using a Case Elegance humidor, then you're missing out, because price-wise, they're the best for what you get. And I've got 3 of them right here in my studio. Larry's got 1, 2 travel humidors. Sam's got one. Hey, come in and say hello. Come here, Hatch. Hatch has got a Case Elegance. Poke your head way over here. Look, you got to put your mouth on the mic.
Hello.
How's your Case Elegance?
Amazing. It's amazing. I have 3.
Yeah, she has 3 Case Elegance humidors. Like that, everybody that I know has Case Elegance. So if you don't have one, look it down in the show notes and I'll put a link. And Jack says, hello, Hatch. She says, what up, Jax? So yeah. Have you ever tried, or have you ever seen the Case Elegance, Big Tony?
You know, I've seen them out and about at shops before, but
so I'm going to show you mine and tell me how badass this is. Hand me that one. So this is my military footlocker that's done in the what do you call it? The camouflage. It's digital camouflage, but check out. This is a big badass humidor. You see that? Do you see that, Tony? Look at that.
That is beautiful looking, brother.
Dude. And so I can't hold it forever. You got to take it back. I don't work out much, Tony. You know that.
I would not think that by looking at you. I would
Thank
think
you,
that you
thank
hit
you.
the gym every morning
Oh no. I hit the gym about once every decade, and
with your car.
with my car, yes. But for you guys that looking for a humidor, I promise you, they send a picture book on how to humidify it, and it's so easy. They send you everything you need. When you order one, you don't just get the humidor and then you're on your own. They send you the fluid and the crystals that you put in, and boom, it's so freaking easy. So anyway, what does PCA look like for you this year? You're going in on a whole different level than you've ever been before.
PCA looks really exciting this year because we're still getting a lot of buzz from our latest one of our latest releases, the JW Maverick. Our Maduro that we did last year, and we're still getting a lot of demand for that. Still getting a lot of buzz over it. So we're still featuring that like we did at TPE. We also are kicking the Icarus into boxes that we did in 5-packs for TPE. So we're really excited about that because we've had a good response to the 5-packs just yet. And so now what we're able to do is we're able to showcase it to where people can actually see the sticks on the shelf. And so we're very excited about that. So people can come in and grab a handful of them if they want. They can buy them by the singles. They can buy 3 or 4. So it's going to make for a lot easier purchases. So the retailers are going to be up for that a lot more. So we really are excited for that. We can do box features at events, everything like that. So it's going to give us more options to introduce to the retailers.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to that. We have a lot of people that we talk to at TPE that are also going to be at PCA. We are lining up now. The people that didn't go to TPE that are going to PCA, we're also already lining up appointments for that.
And it's going to be a huge difference, don't you think? Because TPE,
oh, I know it is. I know it is because here's the thing.
Walk in the park.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. There won't be a trade show at the middle point of the year. This is it.
This is it.
This is your time to buy. This is it. This is your trip to Costco, man. This is your trip to Sam's.
Do we have special deals?
We don't. We haven't released them yet, and we're probably going to release them right before showtime. But of course, like everybody else, there will be something because we've got to remain competitive, of course. But those will be released directly to the retailers, of course. So we are looking forward to that. But there's going to be people that do realize that, and hopefully they will look at that and say, "I better buy now, and I better buy big," because.
And I would say this. If you're going to the PCA, go see Tony and let him hook you up with some cigars that your shop doesn't carry yet. Not just repeat customers, but some new customers. Because, dude, what I saw in that box like right now, I'm like, I want to see those on my shelves because I want to be able to pick some of those cigars.
You see that? Oh my!
Yeah.
Let me just show you. Let me show you something real quick.
That's pretty.
This is one of our boxes.
Oh, that's pretty.
So this is one of our limited editions. This is the USIR limited edition.
Ooh, what's the Vitola size on that?
So that's 7x49.
Oh, I love me a good anything from a 40 to a 50. I'm just golden.
And every Vista that we carry has all the information of the cigar. From everything from we break it down into thirds of how the cigar will break down to you of a 3-part.
Oh,
and then it has the wrapper, the binder, the filler, the accent that covers it, everything. Some tasting notes on it, all kinds of good stuff. Just kind of soak that in, brother.
Oh, I'm soaking it in.
So
and
that's every box that we do.
That's
so
badass,
the Vista will provide all the information. And so this is, and one other thing that we do. Let me show you another unique quality of every cigar that we do. There's a QR code. I don't know if you can see it. There's a QR code back there. If you zap that QR code while you're just shopping in the humidor, it'll take you to like a little 60-second video on YouTube
For that cigar.
Dude,
that is genius. I love it.
So that is something else, that, it's just a little something that we throw in there. Neil Garcia is very in tune with providing as much information as possible with each cigar that you purchase from, not just the line, but each cigar that you purchase from Jake Wyatt, and each side's everything, that. So it's something that's kind of sets us apart. And it's
I
something
haven't
that we
seen
enjoy
anybody
doing.
else do that, man. That is cool. That is very cool.
Absolutely, brother. So really cool. So anyway, man, I'm so glad that you had me on tonight, brother. So
Tony's like, I'm done talking. Can we move?
actually, I do have to go, brother. I gotta send out some stuff, and I gotta
Hey,
get.
you know how we roll. We're like, we will keep you until you tap out.
I do know that, man. So,
Hey,
but
man,
it's been a
thank you
pleasure being
again
on, guys.
so much for
And
coming on the show, bro. Thank you
so-
again.
Hey, you know what? It was my pleasure, man. You guys are awesome. You guys, I am so glad that your show has finally evolved into the live segments. I wish you all the success in the world, man, because you guys truly deserve it. Cigar Talk has always been one of the top podcasts out there, and now that you guys are going live, it's only going to get bigger and better. So I wish you all the success, brother.
You know why we've never done live before?
Why is that?
Because I didn't think I could keep all the F bombs out.
You can do it, man. You can do it.
Hey, bro, we love you and we wish you so much success. And if you ever need anything at all, Cigar Talk's here for you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I will be out your way soon, and we will put this thing together. And I will see. You're going to be in Vegas, right? You're going to be there?
No. We went to
Okay.
TPE. I can't go to. I got a class at my regular job I got to go to for that week.
Okay, brother. You're still working on the train?
Oh yeah.
Working on the railroad, brother. There you go.
All the live long day.
There you go, brother. So hey, we got to keep the lights on, brother. So anyway,
that's right. Well, hey man, if you need anything from us, let me know. We can't wait to see what you do, and I know you're going to be very successful, Tony.
I appreciate you, Rob Jones. All right, brother, and I'll be out west soon, brother.
Take care, and we will see you soon. Be safe, brother.
All right, baby. You know what I say? Just smoke it, baby.
You know we do. Hey, have a good one, man. Hey, guys. So let me jump on here and let old Big Larry jump in. Whoa, let's flip that around. So, man, Big Tony, dude. Oh, I got you muted. There we go. How about that?
I am back.
So, how's that meat? How was it?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yes,
it looked really good.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
I'm excited to jump in there and get me some meat.
Oh, we finished it.
I love meat.
We ate it all.
Hey, Sean says, great show, guys. Thanks for jumping in, Sean. I know Sean got here at the beginning and he's been here all the way to the end.
That's how Sean is. We can count on him. We can count on Sean.
We can't wait to get Sean back on the show for a live.
That'd be great.
Sean, we would love to have you on for a live. Update us on how things are going with Luciano. After you came by the last time, I bought 2 boxes of what is it? The Lucia Maria.
The Maria Lucia.
And I think we've smoked them all.
I have one left.
Oh, yeah, dude. Those are great cigars. They were in my top 5 for the top 25 cigars of 23.
Yes, Sean, thank you again. A fantastic cigar.
And Jax, thanks for jumping in. We always love seeing Jax.
Yes, we do.
So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week's live. And we have a great few interviews lined up through March. So I can't wait until we tell you who we got coming up. I'll try to do a little bit better job of putting it out there. And today I put it out there today. Hey, we got Big Tony coming in today. So I'll try to give you guys a little more time so you'll know who we have coming on. But that's going to wrap it up for this week. And until next time,
life is short. Smoke with a friend.
Booyah.